Hello and welcome to Qtr Time podcast. I'm Lucy G.
And I'm Lucy P. And we're here to bring you all the netball goodness you never knew you needed. Hi everyone, welcome to a very special bonus episode of Qtr Time podcast. As we announced on social media over the weekend, we are doing an exclusive with the new signing for Celtic Dragons, and the eagle-eyed amongst you will have seen already on social media that Gabby Sinclair is coming over to play in the Vitality Netball Super League. So we caught up with Gabby ahead of her move over to the UK. We learn a bit more about Gabby herself, her netball background, why she's decided to come over and play in the Vitality Netball Super League, what she does outside of netball, and so much more. So without further ado, let's dive straight in. It is so fantastic to welcome the wonderful Gabby Sinclair onto the podcast. Welcome, Gabby. It's great to have you.
Thank you. It's awesome to be here.
So it's been announced today that you will be coming to the Vitality Netball Super League for the 2023 season and joining the Celtic Dragons, which is just so exciting. So firstly, how did the Dragons opportunity come about?
Yeah, so I guess a bit of a funny story, but I was over in Europe at the time, and Maddie Brown actually messaged me and just kind of said, would you consider playing in the English League next year? And that her friend Meg, who manages a few players over there, she was interested in having a chat with me. And so, Maddie passed on my number to Meg, and then the next day had a chat with Meg about the opportunity. And unfortunately, one of her players, Lefebvre, did her ACL at the Com Games. And, I guess a bit of a bittersweet moment. You never want to see a player go down with an injury like that. But it did open an opportunity for me. And Meg told me a bit more about the opportunity, and went away and thought about it for a day or so, and then signed the contract a few days later. So it all happened pretty fast, but I'm super excited and really looking forward to next year and what's in front of us.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. And how much did you know about Dragons and the Super League before you sort of entered into that conversation?
I knew bits and pieces. I didn't know a whole lot, but I did know that it was a really good league. And, I never thought that I would be playing netball overseas. And so that really excited me and really excited me for my development as well, not only as a player, but a person. So, I hadn't heard much about the Celtic Dragons, but from speaking to Meg and how highly she spoke about the team and the culture, it really drew me in and excited me to come over and play.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, we're all so thrilled that you will be coming over. It's really exciting for our league to see all these player movements going on. But for anyone who doesn't know, just talking a bit about your netball background in Australia. So you were selected as a training partner with the Collingwood Magpies when they first formed in 2017, and then later elevated to that senior squad in 2019. And you've played all your elite senior domestic netball at the Magpies under a few different coaches, Christy Kepich-Burrell, Rob Wright and Nicole Richardson. So what do you think you'll bring to the Dragons side in terms of your experience having played those 47, I think, National League games in SSN?
Yeah, I did, spend all my National League games in Australia playing for Collingwood. And I feel really lucky to have had that experience and to have that time there. I think the Australian League is awesome. Like, you get to play against some of the best players in the world, and I think over that time I feel like each year I really developed, and I'm really looking forward to helping the Dragons really build their high performance program and really work within the team and a new environment. And I think they had a few very close losses last year, and I think that's a really big growth for the team. And I'd really like to be a part of that and really help drive that development.
Yeah, I think it's interesting when you're coming into a team that, they wouldn't have wanted to have finished down in that position at 11th in the table last year or 10th, I think it was in the end. And they did have a few of those success moments. How do you kind of mentally come into that? Is it like just a reset, like a fresh start almost?
Yeah, I guess from being at Collingwood for, nearly 5 years, it is exciting to have a fresh start and, be in an entirely new group. And yeah, I feel like people know Gabby Sinclair as the netballer in Australia and stuff, but I'm excited for people also to get to know me as a person. And so, yeah, I'm super excited to come over and, yeah, as I said, just build that development and bring a bit of my experience to the team.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So then, Gabby, I'm going to ask you, what are you like as a person? What should our listeners know?
I'm pretty chill kind of person. I like to think I'm quite approachable and, people feel comfortable in coming to talk to me. And yeah, I love working with people. Outside of netball, I'm a nurse. So I've always, enjoyed working with people and helping others out. So yeah, hopefully, I guess some of those skills or that I find are some of my, greatest strengths that can really help the team for next year.
I didn't know actually that you were a nurse alongside. I guess it makes sense, here if you need kind of thing. Like it's
exactly. Yeah.
a lot of transferable skills I can imagine between netball and nursing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you have to learn to work with a wide variety of different people. So yeah, it's definitely helped me in the netball space as well.
Brilliant. And then talking a bit more about the actual netball. So obviously we know that the SSN, there are quite a few different rule changes, including, of course, the super shot, timeouts, etc. And Lenise Potgieter, who's also coming over to the UK this year to Manchester Thunder, said she was looking forward to playing normal netball in the VNSL. So how are you feeling and will you miss the super shot?
Yeah, it'll be a little bit strange. I think when I signed my first contract in 2019, that was my only year of professional netball without the super shot. And yeah, the rest of it I've been playing with it. So yeah, I think it will be a little bit strange going back to, normal netball. And I think the goal circle will look extra big. But yeah, I'm excited. I think it'll be awesome. I feel like I haven't played classic or normal netball in a very long time. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see the different dynamic again.
And you're known for taking a lot of those long shots, over in the SSN as well, in a similar sort of style to Radman, who you're obviously replacing at Dragons. She can also shoot from that long range distance. So do you think that will help in terms of integrating you into that attacking lineup at Dragons?
Yeah, I think so. I think Lefebvre is, I guess we're quite similar, in height and speed and that kind of thing. So I think me coming into the lineup will hopefully, not change things too much, but just be, I guess, an extra addition and work on the strengths that they've been building on over the past, year or so. So yeah, I know that the attacking end and the players that they've got for next year are really exciting, and I'm really looking forward to working with everyone.
Brilliant stuff. And so obviously you'll be under head coach Danny Titmus-Morris in the Super League, and she was a new to that head coach position last year. What are you expecting from that Dragons training environment and the leadership under Danny?
Yeah, I've chatted to Danny a couple of times now, and yeah, she seems awesome. I think, her coming across last year and hearing the development of the team and, the players and how they've come to improve over the season. As I said, I think their losses were very small margins. And from speaking with her, that really excited me. And yeah, she just seems like a very determined, exciting coach. And yeah, I'm really excited to learn off her and again, develop my game. And yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, no, I think it's really nice. We had quite a few new head coaches who've been announced in the Super League this year. So I actually think the league will look quite different compared to last year, with lots of new players coming in and those head coaches being elevated as well. But I just want to take you back a little bit to talk about your kind of pathway growing up in Victoria. So when you departed Collingwood, Amy Quirk, who's the general manager of netball at Collingwood, said, "Gabby is a success product of our club's netball pathway program. We thank Gabby for playing a vital role across all our netball programs." So can you tell us a bit about what she meant by that and growing up in Victoria and the pathway there?
Yeah. So yeah, as we said before, I got picked up as a training partner in 2017, and the coach at the time was Christy Kepich-Birrell. So yeah, I trained with them for a whole year. And then following that, I wasn't offered a training partnership for the 2018 season. And so then I trialled for the other Victorian team, but I also didn't make that as well. And yeah, at that time, I just kind of wanted one more chance. So I just decided that I'd ring Christy and just say, you know, I'm not asking for anything. I just really would like to train with the Tassie Magpies, which is like our underpinning team at the time. And yeah, just wanted to train and see what else I could get out of myself. And she said, yep, okay, that's fine. You can come in and train and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I went in and trained, and then there was a few injuries throughout that year. So played, a little bit of that season. And then, there was an injury and I ended up playing in the grand final that year, and had one of my best games, I would say. And then, after that year, got offered a contract in SSN in 2019. So, that was a little bit of my pathway. So I guess I played in the Australian Netball League, the underpinning league, for 2 years, and a little bit prior before that with some Victorian sides. And then, got picked up in 2019, and then obviously played up until 2022 with the Magpies. So, that's kind of a little bit of my journey of how I got to the elite level.
Yeah, that's amazing. I heard you were incredible in that 2018 final, actually, like, stole the show is what the word was on the street. And so taking us even a bit further back, how did you first get started in netball?
Yeah, I started playing very early. So I was 5, I think. And mum always wanted to get me into tennis because she played tennis when she was younger. But I went to school, and one of my friends was like, oh, do you want to come to my netball on Friday night? We're having fish and chips. And I was like, oh, fish and chips, yay, like, let's go. So, I went along to like that bring a friend day, and then, never looked back, continued playing. And here I am a little time later playing professional netball. So, that's how I got into it.
That's amazing. And it all started with fish and chips. I love that.
Yeah.
You'll get plenty of fish and chips over in the UK. I have to say it is a delicacy here. And so you mentioned your mum there, of course, and it must be a really big decision to leave your family, to move away from home. So how did they react when you told them you'd be leaving for the UK?
Yeah, they were all very excited for me. I think they all think it's like an awesome opportunity, and just really happy that I still get to play, professional netball next year, when, I didn't think that was probably going to be on the cards for 2023. So they were over the moon when I told them that I was going. Obviously, I could tell mum was a little, upset that I wasn't going to be around for, next year for most of the part of next year. But no, they were all wrapped and really excited for me.
I mean, it's one of those things where, isn't it, as a parent, you want your babies close to you at all times, but you also want to see them fly, and I'm sure that's what you'll do. Oh, sorry for the Magpies pun there. I didn't mean to put that bird joke in. But anyway, have you ever lived away from home for this length of time before?
No. So it'll be my first time in the UK and first time living overseas. So I don't really know what to expect, but I'm super excited. I think, I'm excited to explore, a new country and meet lots of new people. So, looking forward to it.
Yeah, that's wonderful as well. I mean, bring your coat is what I would suggest. Definitely, the weather is not
a lot
good.
of people have said that.
We cannot underestimate. That it's not good. But you'll have a lovely time, and there's so many great places to see. Especially Wales is just such a beautiful country with a whole different sort of landscape and lots of sheep and all sorts of stuff. So you'll have a wonderful time there, I'm sure. And we know that everyone in the VNSL this year is on a 1-year contract because there's some changes that are upcoming in the league. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with those in terms of the 2024 season. But if the opportunity were to arise, would you like to stay longer, or is it a bit too early to say?
I guess it's a bit too early to say. As I said, I didn't think that I'd be playing professional netball next year. So everything's moved very fast. But, I haven't thought much about it, about, 2024. I'm just super excited for 2023 and, looking forward to what that brings. So, yeah, we'll have to see what happens, I guess, the year after. But, yeah, I'm just, as I said, can't wait for this season to start and meet all the girls and really get into it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So how are those preparations going and when are you coming over?
Yeah, so I'll be heading over in January. And so, yeah, I'll be doing obviously a bit of training back here, like pre-season prior to heading over. So, yeah, obviously gym and strength and conditioning. And then, yeah, when I head over in January, I think it's about 6 weeks with the team and, to really build on those connections.
Amazing. Yeah, no, that sounds absolutely fantastic. I'm sure you'll be doing lots of work behind the scenes in preparation for coming over. So it's been fantastic chatting with you, Gabby. And I've just got a couple of rapid fire questions for you, if that's okay, before we finish. First question, what was the first thing on your packing list to come over to the UK?
Probably my phone. I guess I'll need that to talk to all my friends and family. So yeah, that's probably the number one thing on my packing list.
Yeah, absolutely. Stay connected. Very important.
Actually, it should probably be a coat. Otherwise, I'll be freezing.
The coat. yeah. Won't need your phone if your fingers are frozen off. No, it won't be that bad, I promise.
Yeah.
And secondly, which goal defence in the VNSL are you most looking forward to coming up against?
I'd probably say Shadeen. I know her; she played over in the SSN for a few years when I was playing. And yeah, she's a really good defender, a good tagger. So yeah, I think that'll be a really good contest.
Yeah, absolutely. We have seen quite a lot of that movement back and forth between the SSN and the VNSL. People like Layla Guscoth, Beth Cobden as well, Pot Qtr, yourself. So I think it's really nice to see that kind of cross-pollination of things happening in these different styles that you come up against as well. And a final question then for you, Gabby. So looking at the team list so far, which clubs do you think will be up there in the top 4 and making that grand final in the end of the season?
Oh, that's a tough one. Oh, I might say Thunder. I think they had quite a good year last year. I think they've had a few changes. But yeah, I think changes can be really good sometimes. So yeah, I think they'll have a pretty good season. So yeah, we'll have to see how they finish and hopefully we'll be up there too. So yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, well, thank you so much, Gabby, for your time. It's been really great getting to know you a bit more and welcome to the VNSL.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Qtr Time podcast. It's been brilliant bringing you an exclusive with Gabby Sinclair about her move to the Celtic Dragons next season. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast and follow us on social media at Qtr Time Pod for the latest netball updates. Get involved in the conversation online by letting us know what you thought of the player signings so far and who you're excited to see play in 2023. We will be coming back to your ears, I guess, shortly with a few more special bonus episodes before the Vitality Netball Super League 2023 season gets underway in February. So do check out our social media for all of the info you need. It was great also to be at the EMNA Nationals, and Lucy G was over at the school games as well. So it's been a very busy summer already for us, but we will be bringing you even more netball content over the coming weeks. Thanks so much for listening, everyone, and speak to you soon. Bye.